All right. Good evening, everyone. Sorry that was kind of a spotty intro there, but yeah, thank you for once again joining me for To Die For. I wanted to open right off the bat with uh, my tie dye mascot Weenie, and that was him, as you can see, chowing down on a banana. Not a whole lot else to explain there. Anyways. Yeah, so what we're going to do tonight is a little different than past programs. Usually I do the tying and the dyeing off camera, or I record it beforehand, and then I share that video with a little narration, and then do the reveal at the end. We're going to try something a little different, so I'm going to do the full tying and dyeing portion live here, and then we'll do I'll post the reveal in pictures in the comments on Facebook later on. But anyways, we'll go ahead and get started. Real quick, just a shout out to Penelope and Scott who were in here at Rawlings the other day, and yeah, appreciate you guys watching, and thanks for picking up some tie-dye kits, which we are out of at the moment, but stay tuned. We should have some more of those fairly soon. So we'll go ahead and let's switch screens here. So we're doing a handbag, and what we're going to do for this handbag is kind of a diagonal stripe, and then we're going to use some kind of more outdoorsy colors. So let's go ahead and we'll just draw with our washable marker a line here. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it's just a guide. And then we'll go ahead and begin doing pleat folds. Just making sure to get that all bunched in there. And so originally I was going to show the full dyeing process. So this is going to be an ice dye. I forgot the ice at home, so I'll show you everything right up until adding the ice, and then you'll just kind of have to use your imagination from there. So we've got that everything bunched up and folded along that line. So let's get a rubber band on that and try and get that pretty tight. And hopefully I picked out my rubber bands before time, so hopefully they're pretty good and they don't snap on us live. That usually happens to me during the normal filming. And then there we go. I think I have several here though, so should be okay. Try and just get that real tight there. And I mean, if I have to, I've got the bag right here, so I can just grab some if I need to. And then we'll switch to the other side, and I probably will have to grab some more. I don't think I grabbed enough. And so I'm just going to get the strap of the handbag, and I should have showed you beforehand, but this handbag also has two small little pockets sewn into the inside. So you can get some good utility out of it. All right. have one more on the table here, so I will have to, or no, I do have two. Never mind. I'll still have to probably grab a couple more. Oh, sorry. A tendency to pull that away from the camera. This rubber band feels a little weak. I could see it breaking. Okay, let me grab a couple more. Okay. Last one. Okay, so now what we'll do, so this is ready to dye. Yeah, I apologize, I forgot that ice, so you don't get to see every step, but this will still work. And so now what I'm going to do is just kind of, I guess, wrap this around itself. And then I'm going to grab let's see, I'll tangle up here. Okay. I'm going to grab a large rubber band here, and this is just to kind of keep this together so it doesn't all come undone. And then we're going to just put it in the bottom of the bucket there. And then I have all the dyes here, so we'll start with some dark brown. And I'm just going to, this could be interesting, sprinkle a little on there. And then let's do some, got this strong navy here. We're just going to use a tiny bit. And then let's move to the greens. Let's start with this sage green here. Oh, kind of pouring out. I think I have just enough left of this to make it great. Or to, I don't know if it'll be great, but you'll make this project work. So that sage, the powder doesn't, it looks kind of gray, but it does create a nice sage color afterwards. And then let's do some, let's go to forest green. And then let's kind of mix a little blue in now. This is the robin's egg. And yeah, remember when working with the powder dyes to have a mask on. And then do some of this, just a little bit of the bright green. Not a lot. Because it's kind of overpowering at times. And then let's go with the sky blue. Just a little. And then last but not least, hopefully there's some in here. Yeah, I think just enough. The chartreuse. And if not, we'll just put something else at the end there. That's probably enough. And then what we'll do afterwards, I guess I'll show you this piece now. So if you don't soak it in soda ash before time, take a little soda ash and just sprinkle it on top there. And then later, when I get home, I'll have to add the ice. Okay, so let me try and pull this up a little closer to the camera. And so this is what's called ice dyeing, but in the muck. So rather than have it up on a grate and let it drip down, I'm going to use the muck to try and kind of help dye the other side and help that come together. So let's switch back here. And once again, as I mentioned, once this is finished, I'll post pictures in the comments on Facebook and let everyone see that. So the final bit of to die for, or what's become a part of it, is some music to die by. And so I have a few different things here. And last time I mentioned I was on a George Harrison kick, and 2 weeks later I'm still, I think, pretty deep in that kick. Finished that book. It was really good. I'd recommend reading it. But I do not have George Harrison here. I do have some different things. Start with What's Going On Live, Marvin Gaye. This is from a show he did in Washington, D.C. in 1972. This is awesome. He does most of the What's Going On album. Great rendition of Inner City Blues on here. It's a good tune. And then some easy listening for tie-dyeing. I have The Legacy, Glen Campbell. This is kind of more or less an anthology of different songs he's done over his career. It's if you're looking for the hits from him, this is definitely it. And then there's some other great songs on it. A more recent one he did was a cover of the Foo Fighters' Times Like These. If you haven't heard his cover of it, I mean, the original's great anyway, but if you haven't heard his cover, it's definitely worth a listen. And then I have some more easy listening, the John Denver box set series, and this is like the Glen Campbell set, a 4-disc set. John Denver's very close to me. My first concert, my mom took me to see him in 1992 at Fiddler's Green for my 8th birthday. So yeah, a lot of good feelings when playing John Denver. But yeah, that's the show this week. Thanks again for tuning in. Tune back, let's see here, I think it'll just be May 25th. We'll be out of town on the 11th, so that it'll be a month before we do another one of these, and probably look to do something kind of florally and springy, just something real bright as we start to jump into summer. But once again, yeah, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate everyone that's been enjoying these and watching these with me, or watching along as I show you different techniques I've learned with tie-dye. Look to keep it going through the summer, have some cool ideas. I won't give anything away, but definitely some things that'll be very fun and exciting. But yeah, thanks again, and take care, everyone. Have a good evening and stay safe out there.